Okay. Hare Krishna. So if you have any question, just raise your hands. So I will come to know that there is some problem, and then we will take that problem, solve that issue. So now without wasting time, we will start. Om Adnyana Timirandhasya Jnana Shalakaya Chakshuhu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Hare Krishna. So first of all, I would like to congratulate you all that you have chosen this particular course. Generally, kid likes to play, kid like to have fun, and many of the kids have now summer vacations going on, right? How many of you have summer vacations going on? Amazing, amazing. But still, you have uh, taken out your time. You could have slept, right? Generally, kids like to sleep in the morning also, right? I got calls from few parents. They were saying that my son like to sleep till late in the morning. Please postpone the class. Don't take a class in the morning. But I told it's a good habit to get up in the morning. So that's why, we will keep the class in the morning itself. So, and you all proved those parents wrong because you have woken up. Now there are 75 participants. 25 more will be joining. That means, all of you have so much enthusiasm to get up in the morning, right? Very nice. I congratulate all. And now we will study our Bhagavad Gita, right? First thing here is to understand that Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood by the brain. We cannot understand Bhagavad Gita with our brain, right? So what do we need that? What we want to understand the Bhagavad Gita, right? That we will see later. But here some student may say that I am not well in my academics. I am not good in my education. So will I able to understand? I am not good in my English. Will I able to understand? I am not good in Sanskrit, or I don't understand, the subjects. Will I able to understand Bhagavad Gita? Yes. If you are sincere, if you attend these classes for next 18 days, I promise you that you will able to understand each and everything that is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, right? So I would like to ask a one quick question, right? And the question will appear in the poll. So the question is, have you ever seen Bhagavad Gita? So check your screen and just write down the answer. Have you seen Bhagavad Gita? Right, we'll give 10 seconds more and you have to jot down your answers. And meanwhile, I can check everyone's chats. I'm checking everyone's chat on my mobile phone. Very nice. So I think all of you have answered. Ending poll, and I'm sharing results. Okay. Many of you have said that they have seen Bhagavad Gita, but there are still few, they are saying they don't know much about Gita, they have not seen the Gita. So amazing, right? So this poll I have taken to understand my audience. How is my audience, right? So many of you have seen, maybe seeing this particular picture. I am ending the poll here. Yeah. So this poll I have just conducted to understand my audience, that how many of you have seen this particular book. So many of you said no, no problem. So Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book, right? Those who have said that we have seen the Bhagavad Gita, so they must have seen that Bhagavad Gita in their altar near God, right? Where they have the temple room, right? So most of you consider Bhagavad Gita to be a worshipable book, like we have Guru Granth Sahib in the Sikh community. Similarly, we may consider that the Bhagavad Gita is like a worshipable book. Yes, it is a worshipable book, but more than that, it is a manual for human being, right? It is a manual. So one should not consider that the Bhagavad Gita is like a religious book and I'll just do pranams to it. I'll just take ashirvad of it and done. I'm done. No. It's a manual. What do you mean by manual? When you buy a phone, right? Many of you must have phone, right? When you buy a phone, you get a user manual. What is a user manual? User manual means how to use this particular phone. जब आप नया फोन लेते हैं, नहीं तो यदि कोई लैपटॉप लेते हैं, नहीं तो यदि वॉशिंग मशीन लेते हैं, तो आपको यूजर मैनुअल मिलता है. वो पढ़ के आपको देखना होता है कि इस मशीन को कैसे रन करना है, हाउ टू रन दिस फोन, हाउ टू ऑपरेट दिस फोन, राइट? Similarly, when we get a human body, right, we must understand how to operate this human body, right? How to operate the mind within it, right? That's why we need a Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book, right? But it is a manual. It teaches us how to live in this world and how to go out of this world. And what is this out of this world? These things we will talk slowly, right? So let's go ahead. So this is a Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a manual and it gives you the guidance to act, to behave, to follow certain things in the life. So if we don't follow the user manual, our mobile may get crash, our mobile may get, हमारा मोबाइल खराब हो जाएगा यदि हम यूजर मैनुअल नहीं यूज करेंगे, उसमें नहीं देखेंगे, तो हमारा वॉशिंग मशीन, हमारा फ्रिज खराब हो जाएगा. उसी प्रकार से यदि हम यूजर मैनुअल, ये जो भगवत गीता है, उसका यूज नहीं करेंगे, सो वी मे वेस्ट अवर ह्यूमन लाइफ, राइट? नाउ लेट्स गो अहेड. Okay, now I just asked this question. How many of you have Gita at your home? Can you write in the chat box if you have Gita at your home? This is Bhagavad Gita, right? And I'm seeing your chats. So our first class maybe go for 2 hours, but that's fine, because I need to give a lot of introduction also, right? One more question I need to ask, that how many of you understand my English, right? Or should I speak in Hindi? Okay, nice. Okay, so you are understanding. So I should not speak in Hindi, right? You are all comfortable with English, right? Good. Very nice. Amazing. Amazing kids. We are now 90. Amazing. So total we were 100 and now we are 90. 10 more are getting up, right? Or maybe they may have a school today. We don't know. So let's go ahead. Okay, just tell me now. This is our one more question. Who told and who heard the Gita? Those who are saying that they have a Gita in their home, what do they think of a Gita? Who told Gita? Who told Bhagavad Gita? And to whom? Areva, amazing. Super. Super. So you know, amazing. Krishna narrated and Arjuna heard. Amazing. All of you are writing answer. Yeah, so be active. Be active and be sincere, right? So it is not like your school class. In the school class, what happens, you know, you are many times, you know, I have seen the kids and they are just sitting like this. And then they do like this and then they sleep in the laptop, right? But here you must be attentive and be sincere, because this is also a gyan. Just like your education is important, like your history, chemistry, and the mathematics, and the Hindi, English, the languages, and maths is important. Similarly, the Bhagavad Gita is also important because it teaches you the life, right? Let's go ahead. Now, one more question. So you may be asking, अरे ये तो KBC होने वाला है क्या? कौन बनेगा करोड़पति? कितना है? सारे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं ये. No, but I want some, you know, interaction. I want some participation from all of you. That's why I'm asking a question. Also, I want to check your knowledge, right? So tell me, why did Sri Krishna speak the Gita? उनको कुछ काम नहीं था. Why did Krishna speak the Gita? I'm checking the answers. अरे वाह. So Kunj Tadrija is saying Arjuna was confused. Very nice. And then Vivan is telling because Arjuna did not want to kill his elders. Exactly. Amazing. Oh, Sanjit is telling Arjuna was not willing to take a war, right? So he was running away from his duties. Just like many times we run away from duty. Our duty. What is our duty? Our duty is to study. And we give various reasons. Our duty is to go to school regularly, to do homework, but we give reasons. Like I remember when I was a kid, I always used to tell my mother, आज मेरे पेट में दुख रहा है, मुझे स्कूल नहीं जाना है, मुझे नहीं जाना है. And every day I used to do the same natak, same nautanki I used to do every day. But here we understand that how our duties are very much important. Just see our parents. They do nautanki. अरे आज मुझे ऑफिस नहीं जाना है, आज ना मेरा सिर दुख रहा है. Do they do some nautanki like this? No, they every day go to the office, right? Do our mother say, no, today my back is paining a lot, I don't want to cook today, I won't be cooking today? Do she say like that? No, even she is tired, she will cook for every one of you, right? So similarly, now our duty is to study. So even we may be tired, we may be feeling lethargic, अरे क्या पढ़ने का यार रोज रोज, it's a boring subject. But still we have to study because it is our duty. Similarly, Arjuna was forgetting his duty. He was giving various reasons. And then Krishna came and he changed his mindset completely. So similarly, the Gita is for those who are running away from their duties, right? Who may feel lethargic about their duties, who may feel that their duties are not important, right? Their responsibilities are not important. Gita is for them. And all of us are like that, right? We also feel lethargic. We also feel irresponsible, right? We also feel, we also neglect our duties, right? So let's go ahead. So many of you have written very nice answers that, you know, he was forgetting his duties. He was not willing to take up to the war. He didn't wanted to kill his elder. But now tell me, why Krishna was telling him to fight? What was the reason why Krishna wanted him to fight? Basically, we are covering the background, right? And then we will start the first chapter. Why Krishna wanted Arjuna to fight? Why Krishna was telling again and again, kill the Bhishma, kill the Drona, kill the Duryodhana? Why Krishna was doing like that? Is fighting good? No, fighting is not good. Fighting is always a bad thing. Right? Your teacher must have told, ए इसको मारने का नहीं, ए उसको मारने का नहीं, fight नहीं करने का. Then why Krishna is telling Arjuna to fight? Tell me. I'm reading your chats in my mobile. Okay. For his rights, yeah. Dharma, what do you mean by dharma? We will see that. He wanted to establish dharma, very nice. To protect truth or religion, very nice. Because it was his duty and they were fighting for their kingdom, very nice. This is perfect answer. It was his duty to fight. For a dharma, very nice. And Nayogita is saying, yeah, what is Gita? We will discuss that. Don't worry, we are going to discuss that. Vaishnav is telling because their elder brothers were doing wrong. Right? Right? Very nice, very nice. No problem, Vinaya. You can, if you can't type quick, no problem. Now, Panavir is saying Krishna told Arjuna that a wise person cannot handle disrespect, and if he lost respect, it is okay. Good, good, nice. Because it was his priority. Okay, so we will stop here now. So, okay, one small girl, little girl asked, what is the Gita? So, simple meaning of the Gita is a song, right? You must have heard Geet. So, Geet and Gita is same. So, Gita is a song, but this is a special song. This is Bhagavad Gita. Now, this song is sung not by some hero for a heroine or by heroine for a hero, but this song was sung by Krishna for the Arjuna. And what he was telling from this song, he was telling the Arjuna, what is the dharma, what is the adharma, what is the duties, what is the non-duties, and much knowledge he has told, right? Very deep, essential knowledge he has told, Krishna has told, right? That we are going to discuss. So even if you are not understanding what is Gita, or kya chal raha hai, kya nahi chal raha hai, don't worry, stay just tuned. But I can see from the chat, many of you know the basics, right? So it gives me a lot of pleasure, right? And how many of you have participated in this course willingly? Many times it happens that, you know, father and mother, they beat their children. इसमें भाग ले, इसमें हिस्सा ले, चल ये कर, चल वो कर. आपको भी ऐसा किया क्या? जबरदस्ती किया क्या आपको भी? आपके पेरेंट्स ने, मैंने पैसे भरे, चलो करो ये कोर्स करो, और आप रोने लग गए, नहीं 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 मुझे नहीं करना है, मुझे इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. आप में से कोई ऐसा है क्या कि दे आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड बट देयर फादर एंड मदर दे हैव फोर्स्ड कि इसमें भाग लो, इसमें हिस्सा लो? How many of you feel that, you know, my father, my mother, they forced me? Who are feeling like this? Okay, wow. Oh, who is telling? No, very nice, very nice. So you are all enthusiastically participating. Very nice. Oh, I am so interested. Very nice, very nice. Oh, sir, it is my decision. Amazing. Very nice. So one child told, sir, I cannot get up. Let me tell you that every day morning we should get up early morning, right? You know, of course, it may be difficult when you sleep late in the night, but if you sleep early, automatically your eyes will open up by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, right? Another thing, another good trick to get up in the mind while sleeping, just repeat these words. I want to get up by 7 o'clock. I want to get up by 7 o'clock. I want to attend this class. Then you automatically, your mind will wake you up, right? So we have internal alarm also. External alarm may not work, but internal alarm will always work. For example, yesterday night, I slept very late. But in the mind, I was, you know, thinking, you know, I was instructing to my subconscious mind. I was telling the mind, please wake me up by 6 o'clock. And I was completely fresh, although I slept very late in the night, right? So similarly, don't worry that if you can get up early in the morning, you practice, right? And how to practice, why Krishna how Krishna tells to Arjuna to practice, that everything we are going to discuss. So we have not yet started our first chapter also. This is just introduction. Now let's go ahead. Okay, just one more poll I think we have. Okay, no problem. So how many of you like to watch movies? And write your favorite movie's name. Just write the name of your favorite movie, if you like movies at all, right? Many kids, they don't like movies. They say, what is this boring thing going on? Hero comes, heroine comes, and then villain. It's so boring. But there are kids, they love movies like anything. So I want to just check which party you belong to. You love movies or you hate movies? Oh wow, Mission Mangal, Endgame, Frozen 2, We Can Be Heroes. Frozen, Areva. I like good movies. MS Dhoni, amazing. Dawn, Mission Mangal, I like real stories. Three Idiots, amazing. You kids are really smart, huh? Amazing answer. Avengers, Endgame, Dawn, Detective, Pikachu, Harry Potter, Frozen, Harry Potter. I have not seen Frozen. I need to see now. Everyone is writing here Frozen. So I think I should write. I should also watch this movie. Horror movie, Bapre. Horror movie. Raja Babu. Are Hera Fairy. Okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. But I tell you one thing. So Mahabharat was, it's also like a movie, right? But its story is much better than any movie's name you have written here. If you read Mahabharat, if you read Ramayana, you will forget all the movies. Take my words. If you read Mahabharat or if you read Ramayana, you will forget all those kind of movies, because their story is so amazing, right? And these are the real stories, right? Mahabharat and Ramayana, these are the real stories, right? And many times it happens that the movie stories are fake stories. They are just made up stories, right? So it may not transform our heart, right? It may not transform our consciousness, but this Mahabharat, this Ramayana, this is so amazing. They not only delight our heart, they not only give us pleasure, they not only give us excitement. Arey, abhi kya hoga, abhi kya hoga, abhi kya hoga. I remember I was reading Mahabharata and it's so amazing. It's so amazing. If you want, I can share the copy. I have a PDF copy. I'll share that in the group. And you just read that. It is a big book, but if you love to read, then you will finish that. And it's so amazing book. I've just forgot all the movies. Right, let's go ahead. So why I was telling that, the movies, because it's stories. And some of the stories we are covering in this particular chapter, also in the future chapter. So now let's go to the Mahabharata, right? So long ago, there was a king. Okay, just a minute. Okay. So this is story from Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar Yuga means 5,000 years ago. And there was a king of Hastinapur. His name was King Shantanu. And Shantanu was a very powerful king, right? So one day he was just roaming through the forest and he saw a wonderful lady, a beautiful lady. Her name was Ganga, right? You must have heard the river Ganga, right? So she was the same river Ganga, the personification of the river Ganga, right? In the Vedic scripture, we find that every object has the person behind it. Every object is the personification, has the personification. For example, if you see the sun, right? आप सूरज को देखते हैं, हाँ, तो आपने उसको पानी दिया होगा, जैसे सब सुबह उठते हैं, पानी देते हैं, सूरज का दर्शन लेते हैं। इसका मतलब the sun is not only the sun, it is a sun god, right? Surya Devata, Surya Bhagavan, Surya Narayan, we call it. Similarly, Ganga is not only the river, it has a personal form also, that is a Ganga Devi. Not only Ganga Nadi, but Ganga Nadi has the form Ganga Devi. So he fell in the love with the Ganga Devi. So he, like a movie story only. So he came near her and asked her, क्या आप मुझसे शादी करोगी? Right? She said, she saw him. She also liked him, right? And she understood that he's a powerful king. He's rich, he's powerful, right? So she told, I will marry you, but I have one condition. And the condition is that, like you see that star mark, this is free, conditions apply. Similarly, she said, yes, I will marry you, but star mark, conditions apply. So he asked, what is the condition? She said, the condition is, you should not ask me what I am doing. मैं कुछ भी करूंगी, आप मुझे पूछने का नहीं. Right? So he said, okay, no problem. So he didn't know कि वो क्या करने वाली है. And they married very nicely. So he got Ganga Devi to the Hastinapur. They were living very nicely. And after marriage, what happens? Kid is born, right? So they both conceived a child. And as soon as child is conceived, Ganga took the child and killed the child. Can you imagine? A newborn child was killed by Ganga. Now Shantanu was shocked. What the hell she is doing? She is killing my son. But he could not ask because the conditions apply. If you ask me what I'm doing, I will leave you immediately, right? So he said, no problem. Then, the second son was born. And again, Ganga took the child and she killed the child. She threw the child in the water. Now, can you imagine? The mother is killing own son and Shantanu just watching. Now the people in the country was started saying, "Arey, what the hell is this son? This king? He's not asking his wife why she is doing the wrong thing with his sons, right? Two sons are killed, but he's not speaking a word. He just tolerated. Then third son was born. That was also killed. Fourth son was born. That was also killed. Fifth son killed. Sixth son killed. Seventh son killed. Now, eighth son was born and Ganga took the son and she was about to drown that son in the water. But Shantanu now could not tolerate. Shantanu asked Ganga, what the hell are you doing? Don't kill my sons. Why are you killing my sons? And then Ganga told, I told you, don't ask me questions. Now, if you ask me question, I have to leave now. I'll again become Ganga. Now I'll leave now. But then Shantanu told, but at least tell me why you killed 7 sons. Then she narrated a story that these 8 sons, actually, they were the Ashtavasus in the heavenly planet. Ashtavasus are like a gods, like demigods. They are devatas. So Ashtavasus, once upon a time, they tried to steal the Nandini cow of Vasishtha Muni. So Vasishtha cursed them that you still have a stealing propensity. You are staying in heaven and still you want to steal somebody's cow. I curse you. You will take a birth in the earthly planet. So they started crying. Ashtavasu started crying. नहीं ऐसे मत करो, प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज, हमको पृथ्वी लोक पे नहीं जाना है, वहां पे बहुत परेशानी होती है कि नहीं? पृथ्वी लोक पे परेशानी है कि नहीं? कभी कोरोना है, कभी मलेरिया है, कभी टाइफॉइड है, कभी कहां से सुनामी आ जाता है, राइट? कितनी परेशानी है on this earthly planet. So Vasishtha told, okay, you don't want to go, but you will have to go because now it is my curse. So the Ashtavasu told, इसको थोड़ा छोटा करो ना, मैं मुझे नहीं रहना है इतना अर्थली प्लैनेट के ऊपर, उसे थोड़ा इस स्पैन को छोटा करो, इस चाप को छोटा करो। तो बोले हम कर सकते हैं, आप एक काम करिए, आप गंगा देवी के पास जाइए, गंगा रिवर के पास जाइए, हाँ, और उससे प्रार्थना कीजिए, वो आपके समस्या का हल कर देगी। तो देन ऑल अष्टवसुस वेंट टू दी गंगा. Ganga told, okay, you take a birth from my womb, you become my kids, and I will kill you, and you will get your position again in the heaven. Now this was the plan, right? Then you may think only 7 kids were killed and one last, this is left, Devavrata is left. Why? Because Devavrata had the committed sin of stealing cow. That's why Vasishtha told, you 7 will come back to the heaven, but one, the Prabhasa named Ashtavasu, will stay in the earthly planet for a long time. So now this is Ashtavasu, his name was Devavrata, right? Please remember this name, Devavrata, right? So Shantanu took very nice care of Devavrata, and everyone was so happy in the Hastinapur that they got the man for the kingdom. Because generally it happens, after the king there has to be some king, right? Because if one kings get old, then there has to be a next king. So everyone was so happy that now they got a Devavrata who is so powerful, right? And they thought, wow, we got a new king, we are about to get a new king, Devavrata. But Devavrata could not become the king. Now let's see why. Let's go ahead. Now once upon a time again, now Shantanu was roaming in the forest, right? And he was again attracted by a lady named Satyavati. Satyavati was so beautiful, right? She was not only beautiful, but her body was emitting the fragrance of the lotus flower, right? Now, if we want to emit some fragrance, we cannot emit the fragrance, right? We need to spray a deo, right? And then our body will give some fragrance. Otherwise, our body, right? If you have not taken the bath, it may stink like anything, right? But Satyavati was not like that. Satyavati, her body was emitting the fragrance like a lotus flower. So he was attracted. He told that my one wife is died and I need the second wife to take care of the Bhishma, right? So I must ask her that will she marry me? So he approached Satyavati and he told, Satyavati, will you marry with me? So Satyavati told, I have no problem because you are a powerful king, you have very nice kingdom. And not only you are powerful, but you are a moral king, right? So you ask my father, So he told, okay, I'll ask your father. So Shantanu went to the father of Satyavati and he told कि मुझे ना आपकी बेटी से शादी करनी है. Then her father told, शादी क्यों भाई? बोले ऐसा ऐसा कारण है कि भीष्म देवव्रत भी छोटा है और I don't have a wife. I had a wife Ganga, she went away to the heavens, so now I don't have a wife. So he told, okay, but I have a condition. Conditions apply, star mark, right? Nothing is free in this world. You always have to check the star mark, right? So he said, what is the condition? So the father told, I want the Satyavati's kids to become the king, not the Devavrata. ठीक है, वो जो देवव्रत है ना उसको आप राजा नहीं बनाओगे. किसको राजा बनाओगे? आपकी जो नई पत्नी है, सत्यवती जो आपकी नई पत्नी होगी, उससे जो बच्चे होंगे वो राजा बनेंगे, बाकी राजा नहीं बनेंगे. Then he started thinking, Devavrata is so nice boy. He's such a powerful boy. He must be a king. I don't want to get married with Satyavati. So he again came to his kingdom Hastinapur. But when Devavrata came to know that my father is liking that particular girl, particular lady, so he went to this man and told that, just get married Satyavati to Shantanu Maharaj, my father. Then he told, this is my condition. I don't want to see you as a king. I want to see Satyavati's children as a king. Right? Because Bhishma was Ganga Putra. Right? Devavrata was Ganga Putra. So he said, मुझे गंगा का जो पुत्र है वो राजा बनने का देखने का नहीं है, मुझे क्या देखना है, सत्यवती का जो पुत्र होगा उसे राजा बनना पड़ेगा. He said, इतनी सी ही बात है ना, तो मैं प्रतिज्ञा लेता हूं मैं राजा कभी नहीं बनूंगा, मैं राजा नहीं बनूंगा. That time that father of that Satyavati told, इतना ही नहीं, I want that your son also should not become the king. So immediately Devavrata took a vow that I will not become a king and my sons will not become a king because I will not marry. Right? Can you imagine? A young man is taking a vow that I will not marry, मैं शादी नहीं करूंगा और मुझे बच्चे नहीं होंगे, तो राजा बनने का सवाल ही नहीं आता मेरे बच्चों का, तो मेरे बच्चे कभी भी राजा नहीं बन पाएंगे और ना ही मैं राजा बनूंगा. Right? Such a, can you imagine, he has taken that vow, was so young that time. And how many of you take a vow? प्रतिज्ञा लेते हैं हम, कितने जन प्रतिज्ञा लेते हैं और दूसरे दिन छोड़ देते हैं. राइट? कल से मैं सुबह उठूंगा और दूसरे दिन 10 बज जाएंगे, फिर भी मम्मी उठाती रहेगी, उठ जा बच्चे, 10 बज गए. राइट? बट भीष्मा वाज नॉट लाइक दैट. भीष्मा said, मैंने ये प्रतिज्ञा ली तो ली, अभी कुछ भी हो जाए मैं प्रतिज्ञा नहीं तोड़ूंगा. राइट? So are you getting the story? Write in the chat box. I'm reading your chats. I'm reading your chats and seeing you are getting the story or not. If you have some questions, you can ask there also, or after the class we can see the questions. Okay, chats, and everyone is saying yes sir, yes sir. Who took a Bhishma Pratigya? Devavrata took a Bhishma Pratigya. Bhishma means very difficult, right? From that time, Devavrata's name turned as Bhishma, right? His first name was Devavrata. Then when he took a vow that मैं ऐसे नहीं करूंगा, and it was a very difficult vow to follow, right? And that's why his name became the Bhishma. Okay, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Can you create the votes? Yeah, Pratigna is promise, vow. Very nice. Vivan told that that's why Shantanu Maharaj gave him the blessing, that because you have fulfilled my desires, I give you the boon that you will live as much as you want. Okay. Now let's go ahead. So Paris is telling, can you repeat? We will have the recordings. I request you to watch. Somebody is writing on the screen. Please stop that. Don't write on the screen. Just I'll check. So if you write on the screen, I will remove you. Don't write on the screen. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Bhishma Pratigna is done. Okay. Now, Namish is telling you can disable the annotate. Okay, I think this is very new for me, so I'm not gone so deep. Anyways, from next time I'll use that. Okay, we'll do that next time, no problem. Now, We'll continue now. Satyavati and Shantanu, they got happily married and they got 2 sons. One was Chitrangada and Vichitravirya. Now Satyavati was so happy after looking her son. But you know what happened? Shantanu died. Now Shantanu was died, right? And then immediately after Shantanu, Chitrangada was died. Now we will not go into the deep because we will, then leave the chapter. We'll not have much time to complete the chapter then. So Shantanu died suddenly, and the Chitrangada was also killed by one demigod whose name was also Chitrangada. So he killed. Now only one person left to become the king. Now he was a Vichitravirya. Vichitravirya was very, very powerful. Okay, Vichitravirya was very, very powerful. So when Vichitravirya became a little old, now everyone started thinking of his marriage. Vichitravirya ka shaadi kar do. Right? So Bhishma took the responsibility to get him married to the beautiful queens. So he went to the Kashi Raj, and in the Kashi Raj, in the Kashi, today's Varanasi, there were 3 girls. Their name was Amba. Remember these names: Amba, Ambika, and Ambalika. These 3 girls were there, right? So they were having the Swayamvar at that time. Swayamvar means previously it used to happen that गर्ल जो होती थी, जो मैरिजेबल गर्ल जो होती थी, वो खुद से एक दूल्हा चूज करती थी और खुद उसके गले में जाके हार डालती थी, राइट? तो वो स्वयंवर हो रहा था, एंड दिस 3 क्वींस they had a choice to choose their own husband, but Bhishma reached there and he took all 3 queens. He fought with all warriors present there, and he got all the 3 queens to the Hastinapur and got them married to Vichitravirya. But Amba said, I don't love Vichitravirya. I love someone else. I love Shalva. Now Bhishma told, okay, you love Shalva, now go to the Shalva. Get married with the Shalva. So Amba went to the Shalva, but Shalva said, sorry, you are already been touched by Bhishma. I cannot marry with you. Right? Now she again came to the Bhishma. She said, now, you marry with me. Because Shalva is saying that you have touched me. Now you marry with me. But Bhishma said, I have already taken a vow. मैंने भीष्म प्रतिज्ञा की है. भीष्म प्रतिज्ञा का मतलब होता है ये प्रतिज्ञा मैं कभी भी नहीं तोड़ सकता, तो मैं किसी से शादी नहीं करने वाला. Then Amba told कि तो मैं किससे शादी करूं, क्योंकि शल्वा ने कह दिया कि आपने मुझे भगा के लाया था, तो आपसे शादी नहीं, मेरे से शादी नहीं कर सकता, तो आपने मुझे भगा के लाया था, आप ही मेरी शादी करवा दो अभी. तो भीष्म ने कहा मैं नहीं करने वाला आपसे शादी, राइट? क्योंकि मैंने वो लिया है. Now the Amba was so angry, right? So Amba went to Parshuram and told, this is the case, your Shishya Bhishma is telling he has done that heinous act. He has stolen me, right? He has kidnapped me from my father's house and now telling I don't want to marry, right? So Parshuram then fought with the Bhishma, and Bhishma told, sorry boss, I cannot, right? Then Amba was very angry. Amba told, now I take a vow, I will kill Bhishma. Now we will see in the future chapter how this Amba killed Bhishma, right? He took a vow because she thought कि मेरा लाइफ बर्बाद कर दिया, अभी मैं किसके साथ शादी करने की लायक नहीं रह गई, अभी मेरा लाइफ पूरा बर्बाद हो गया, तो मैं इस भीष्म का भी लाइफ बर्बाद करूंगी. I will kill Bhishma, right? Let's go ahead. Yeah, she took a vow. Vichitravirya married with Ambika and Ambalika, but Amba said no, I don't want to marry with anyone. So she went to the Himalayas, and then she practiced some penances there. She sat in a dhyan and she meditated on Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva gave her blessings that you will able to kill Bhishma. And we'll see later how the Bhishma was killed. Now let's go ahead. Now, immediately after marriage, Vichitravirya died. Vichitravirya had a tuberculosis, TB, and he died from that. Now everyone was started thinking, भाई अब राजा कौन बनेगा? विचित्रवीर्य राजा था, पहले शंतनु राजा था, शंतनु के बाद चित्रांगद हो गया, चित्रांगद मर गया तो विचित्रवीर्य बन गया. अभी विचित्रवीर्य बन गया, राजा कौन बनेगा? क्योंकि भीष्म ने कह दिया. Bhishma was the son of Shantanu, but Bhishma could not become the king because he has taken a vow. Now he has the position. He had a chance to take that position. Generally, all of us are very greedy, right? हमको कुछ मिल जाता है तो हम सब वाव वगैरह भूल जाते हैं. जैसे हम कहते हैं ना, मैं आइसक्रीम नहीं खाऊंगा, पर जैसे ही आइसक्रीम आता है घर पे, our mouth starts watering, right? हमको दिखता है, अरे आइसक्रीम है और घर में कोई नहीं है, खा जाओ खा जाओ खा जाओ. But Bhishma was not like that. That's why his name was Bhishma, na? One who takes the terrible vows, right? Who else took the terrible vow? Dhruva also. You remember Dhruva, right? Dhruva also took a vow that till the time I get the darshan of Lord Vishnu, I will not move a bit. And he took the darshan of Lord Vishnu. So one lesson we learn here, that we should not only take the promises, but we should fulfill the promises also, right? Now here Satyavati started thinking. Satyavati told Bhishma, अरे राजा बन जा यार, तू भी मेरा ही पुत्र है. भीष्म ने कहा नहीं, मैंने प्रॉमिस किया है, मैंने वाव लिया है, मैं राजा नहीं बनूंगा. सत्यवती सोचने लग गई, अभी किसको बुलाओ, कौन राजा बनेगा. Then Satyavati got reminded of her son, whose name was Vyas. So this is completely different story how Vyas was born to Satyavati. We'll complete that next time, right? So now Vyasa came there in the Hastinapur. Vyasa told Mother Satyavati, how can I help you? Satyavati told, get married to Ambika and Ambalika. Vyasa told, okay, I'll get married to Ambika and Ambalika and produce the kids. So Vyas got married to Ambika and Ambalika. So from Ambika, now if you see this whole lineage, now I have, whatever I have spoken, I have tried to, in the symbolic form, in the pictorial form, I have presented here. So Shantanu had two wives, one was Ganga and other was Satyavati. Can you see? Right. Then from Satyavati he got two sons. One was Vichitravirya and other was Chitrangada. So Chitrangada was killed. Vichitravirya married to two ladies, Ambalika and Ambika. From Ambika, right, Vyas, gave birth to Dhritarashtra, right? He gave birth to Dhritarashtra, and from Ambika, from Ambalika, Pandu was born. So Dhritarashtra was blind, right? That's why Pandu became the king. Pandu got married to two wives, Madri and Kunti. From Madri, he had two kids. One was Nakul and other was Sahadev. From Kunti, he got three sons, Arjun, Bhim and Yudhishthira. Pandu's sons are called as Pandavas and Dhritarashtra's sons are called as Kauravas. Kauravas were 100 in numbers, Pandavas were only 5. Any doubt till this, till here? I'm checking the chats. If you have any doubt, please let me know. No, very nice. So let's go ahead. Tejas is saying, no, I'm good. Nice. Do you need a break? No. Okay. So Paris is asking who were the Pandavas and Kauravas. So in a simple terms, the sons of the Pandu king are known as the Pandavas, right? And they were 5 in numbers, right? Sons of Pandu, King Pandu are known as the Pandavas. They were 5 in numbers. And sons of the Kaurava, sons of the Dhritarashtra are known as the Kauravas. And they were 100 in numbers. Amazing. So I hope Paris, you got the answer. Sir, can you explain why Ganga Devi killed her son again? Okay. I will explain that. If anyone of you must have not got this particular point, please listen this again. Why Ganga killed her 7 sons? So once upon a time in the heaven, the Ashtavasus are gods. So what they did, in just playful mood, they tried to steal the cow of Vasishtha Muni. Now this Vasishtha Muni is very powerful Muni. So when Vasishtha came to know that they have stolen the cow, he cursed them, right? He told them, now you take a birth on the earthly planet. So all the Ashtavasus, the Devatas prayed, no, 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 we don't want to take a birth on earthly planet because it is very nasty planet, right? We don't want to go there. But he told, no, you have to go because you have stolen my cow, right? So one more principle here we learn that we should not steal, right? We may think we may not get caught, right? But no, God in the heart is seeing everything, right? So we should not steal, we should not cheat. So Ashtavasus had to come on the earthly planet. So they took a birth through Ganga, and because they wanted to go immediately to the heaven, they didn't wanted to spend a life in the earthly planet, right? So they told Ganga, kill us immediately. So they were killed one after the other, and they got their reposition in the heaven. But one person, 7 sons went back. One person whose name was Prabhas, who actually stole the cow. So 7 were supporting, but Prabhas actually stole the cow. That's why Vasishtha told, no, you cannot come here immediately. You have to stay on the earthly planet for many, 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 many years to come. So he was the Bhishma. So he had to stay on the earthly planet for many years. And we will see that for many years he actually stayed on the earthly planet. That's why he's called as the Bhishma Pitamaha, the grandfather, right? Now let's go ahead. So by nature, Kauravas were very vicious, right? They were very diplomatic, and they always want to trouble Pandavas. They always wanted to kill Pandavas because they had a fear in their heart. If Yudhishthir becomes the king, then we will not have power in our kingdom. So they always wanted to become a king. So only one thing that would roam in their mind, that would go in the mind. We want to kill Pandavas. Pandavas are our enemies. Pandavas were their cousins. They were not enemies. But Kauravas would always think, no, Pandavas are enemies. Because if the Yudhishthir become king, then whole kingdom will go in the hands of Pandavas, and we will be useless. We will be valueless. So by yena kena prakarena, they tried, they were devising various plans to kill Pandavas. Now we will see that how they always try to kill Pandavas, they try to harm Pandavas, they try to insult Pandavas in so many ways. Let's see that. Now in this particular PPT slide, we are going to cover how various atrocities were committed by Kauravas towards Pandavas. So Bhima was, when the Bhima was very young, you know, Bhima used to eat a lot. He used to eat a lot. And you have seen the movie Chota Bheem, and you have seen that how he's eating. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, he has his name is Vruko Daraha. Vruko Daraha means jiska ped bahut bada hai, right? We will see that in the first chapter only he is called as Vruko Daraha. Bhima Karma Vruko Daraha, jiska ped bahut bada hai. पर केवल खाता नहीं था, वो काम भी करता था, राइट? इतना ज्यादा खाता नहीं था, खाता भी था पर काम भी करता था. So Bhima was poisoned when he was very young. Kauravas gave him the poison to eat, but Bhima was so powerful, he digested that poison also, right? Then the Varnavath, right? So once, you know what happened, that all the Pandavas were sent to the Varanasi, right? And while going to the Varanasi, they were told that you stay at this particular place called the Varnavath, where you know, you can stay there, you can enjoy your holidays. But this particular the bungalow which was built, this bungalow was made up of the wood, Laksha Griha. And when one day Pandavas were sleeping, right, their plan was to just burn this whole bungalow of a wood, Laksha Griha, and kill the Pandavas. But somehow Pandavas were intelligent enough and they made their escape. And when the whole the bungalow was burnt, you know, it could not harm the Pandavas, took away the Indraprastha. So with a very much hard work, Arjuna and his brothers, they made a wonderful kingdom named as Indraprastha. It was a Khandaprastha before. Khandaprastha means just a land with no water, nothing was there, but he constructed Indraprastha. Indraprastha means, you know, it was a similar to the kingdom of the Indra. It was so beautiful like that, but Kauravas took away that. So just see that so many atrocities they were doing against the Pandavas. So they were very, you know, ill in their mind. They were very vicious in their mind towards Pandavas. Insulted Draupadi. They insulted Draupadi, right? And not only that, Kauravas cheated Pandavas and sent them to 13 years of exile, right? Vanvas mein bhej diya sabko, right? And that's why Krishna told, see, so many atrocities have been committed against you. Don't keep quiet, fight. Right? So generally fight is very bad, right? Now that's how, you know, they all got landed up in this war, right? Because so many atrocities were done against the Pandavas, and that's the main reason for this war. So they all, you know, came to this particular place called the Kurukshetra. We will see that later. And before the war was about to start, Arjuna was confused. नहीं यार, मुझे नहीं fight करना है, वो तो मेरे भाई लोग हैं ना. Okay, now one question may come. Why the hell I should be interested in the discussions that was going on between Krishna and Arjuna? मेरे को क्या करना है भाई, वो कुछ तो कर रहे हैं, बोल रहे हैं, हमको क्या करना है? So answer is very simple. You know, you must have seen so many interviews on the TVs. So one person asked a question, just let us say, just take an example that, you know, one TV anchor was taking the interview of one doctor who was a specialist in the cancer, right? So the interviewer asking कि कैंसर कैसे होता है, कैंसर को कैसे ट्रीट किया जा सकता है, कैंसर 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 कैंसर. Does that mean that TV interviewer has the cancer? No, he's just asking on our behalf. So similarly, Arjuna was asking the question on our behalf, and if you read the Gita, you will get the understanding that अरे ये अर्जुन जो जी है ना, मेरे प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं, मुझे भी इतने सारे प्रश्न हैं. If you read carefully Gita, you will understand that these are my questions only. right? So somebody may say कि मैं तो इतना छोटा हूं, मैं क्यों पढ़ूं गीता? So for that we give the example of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad was just 5 years and he started bhakti when he was 5 years. Dhruva was 5 years, right? But for this course we have took the limit of 8 years to 15 years. So you are 3 years elder to Dhruva and Prahlad. So you are much qualified, right? So one should not think कि मैं बहुत छोटा हूं अभी भगवद गीता पढ़ने के लिए. नहीं. This is the right age. This is the right time. Let's go ahead. If fighting is bad, then why Krishna told Arjuna to fight? Yes, fighting is always bad. I, previously also told fighting is bad. That's what teacher told. अरे मस्ती मत करो, मारामारी मत करो, इसको मत मारो, उसको मत मारो, झगड़ा मत करो. But fighting is not always bad. When there is a necessity, one has to fight. Right? One has to fight for the right. Right? So on the LOC, that is line of control, which is in between the India and Pakistan, there are our many military troops are standing day in and day out with their gun AK-47, right? And if they think that the fighting is bad, then what will happen? All the the Pakistani soldier will come to India and they will shoot the Indians, right? To protect the Indians, right? The military personals have to fight, have to stand there with their guns and shoot the, the Pakistani opponents, Pakistani, military people, right? So similarly, in this case also, the war was very important. See, fighting is bad. You should not kill anyone, right? Without any reason. But if there is a particular reason, then we must take a step to fight, right? And what was that reason? We saw that so many atrocities were done. They were kept devoid of their right. Pandavas were kept devoid of their right. They were derided from their kingdom, right? So that's why the war was broke, right? And Krishna took many efforts to stop that fight. We will see that later, that Krishna took many efforts. Krishna went to Duryodhana, he told, fight is not good, yaar. So many people will die. Fight is not good. कुछ तो करते, settlement करते कुछ तो. Arjuna, but Duryodhana said, no settlement. I want fight. Right? So now, this is a very important verse. So we have not started our first chapter, but no problem. Unless one understands the background of it, he will not able to understand the Gita. That's why I took a lot of time in explaining the background, because many of you were new. Many of you had seen the Mahabharata and read the Mahabharata and heard the stories of Mahabharata from your grandparents and parents. That's nice. But many of the kids were there who did not know that. That's why I took a lot of time explaining that. Now this is very important shlok. Maline mochanam pumsa jalasnanam dine dine sukrita gitamrita stanam sansara malanashanam. So every day you take a bath. How many of you take a bath every day? How many of you taken a bath today? आप में से कितने लोगों ने आज स्नान किया है? Very nice. Around 25 people are raising their hands and others are writing in the chat box. Very nice, very nice. नहीं, कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना कि सोए रहते हैं और पता चलता है अरे 8 बज गए अभी क्लास है, जल्दी 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 जल्दी, और ऐसे ही मुंह धो के बैठ जाते, right? But very nice, you have taken a snan. So here the great Acharya Shankaracharya is telling that if you want to clean your body, you have to take a bath, right? To clean our body, we take a bath. But what about our mind? How to clean our mind? Have you ever think about that? How to clean our mind? By the way, why to clean our mind? We should clean our mind because mind also gets dirty What is the dirt within our mind? The enviousness, the jealousy. We get angry, and that is the dirt within our mind, right? So that dirt also should get cleaned up. And how to clean up that dirt? It is stated here. Sukrita Gita Amrita Snanam संसार मलनाशनम। तो हम जब गीता से स्नान करेंगे, जब गीता के श्लोकों को सुनेंगे, तो अपने आप जो हमारे मन में गंदगी है वो धीरे 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 निकलती जाएगी, राइट? सो आप हर रोज सुनिए, यदि आपको आपके मन को भी शुद्ध रखना है। देखिए, हर कोई सोप लगा के, अच्छा पानी डाल के, गर्म पानी से स्नान करके शरीर को तो शुद्ध कर देता है, परंतु मन का क्या? मन में जो वो एनवी है, जेलसी है, अरे उसको कैसे मिला, वो तो मेरी दुश्मन है, उसको कैसे मार्क्स मिले। Many times these thoughts come to our mind. So these thoughts can be cleared only when we read Gita and we take bath with Gita. Now let's go ahead. Arjuna Vishad Yoga. So we are studying this particular chapter. This is our first chapter, and before I should start this chapter, I would like to give you 2 minutes of break. Just 1 minute of break, not 2 minutes, 30-second break. चलो एक ब्रेक ले लो और रुक जाओ, 30 seconds के लिए रुक जाओ। Okay, so we are back now. So I'm back now, right? So this is our first chapter, Arjuna Vishad Yoga. Many participants are leaving. Now we are 80, we were 90. Where are the other 10? Anyways, they can watch this recording. Okay, we have 15 to 20 minutes left, and within 15 to 20 minutes, we will cover our chapter. This is very interesting chapter, very, very interesting chapter. In fact, all the chapters are very interesting. And now we are gonna start our first chapter, and its name is Arjuna Vishad Yoga. So you remember this name. At the end of the 18th day, we'll be asking you the chapters of all, names of all the chapters. We will have the many tests and assignments, so many things. That's why you remember the name of the chapter, Arjuna Vishad Yoga. Now Arjuna means, Arjuna is one of the Pandava. What do you mean by Vishad? Vishad means the lamentation. Vishad means lamentation. Lamentation means very, tensed, or very sad. That is a Vishad. So why Arjuna was in distress, why Arjuna was lamenting, that we will see now in this particular chapter. If you have any questions, you please ask, or otherwise at the end of this particular session, I will give you time to ask the questions, right? Let's go ahead. Now, Bhagavad Gita was told to Dhritarashtra, right? So Dhritarashtra, I already told, he was blind, and he was the father of Kauravas, the 100 sons, and the fight was between Pandavas and Kauravas. Pandavas were 5, Kauravas were 100. And Dhritarashtra wanted to watch that fight. He was very curious who is winning, who is winning. In fact, in the heart of his heart, he was knowing that Pandavas are going to win because Krishna is from their side, right? But still, he was asking to his servant, his minister, whose name was Sanjaya, right? Now, the Sanjay is very intelligent person, right? The Sanjay was the servant, he was the Shishya of Vyasadev, and Vyasadev had given him the boon, the benediction that, oh my dear Sanjaya, you will able to see the distance objects. That time there were not a TV or satellites, and all these things were not there. So Sanjaya, he just closed his eyes and he just transferred his mind to the Kurukshetra, and he was just watching whatever things were going on in the Kurukshetra, and he was narrating to the Dhritarashtra, right? So first of the verse in the Bhagavad Gita was not spoken by Krishna, not spoken by Arjuna, but was spoken by the Dhritarashtra. Can you imagine? The first verse was spoken by Dhritarashtra. And now let's see what Dhritarashtra is asking to the Sanjaya. Right? Let's go ahead. This is 1.1, and I hope you are all excited now. After 1 hour 15 minutes, we have landed in our first verse, and this is very important verse, and you have to by heart this verse, and it's very simple verse. So let's start. Bhagavad Gita 1.1. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. So now you all will repeat after me. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim akurvat sanjaya. I will repeat one more time so you will understand how to pronounce this particular verse, right? Because for a if you want to by heart this verse, you need to understand the pronunciations. Right? Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. So Dhritarashtra uvacha. Uvacha means said. Dhritarashtra said. What he said? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. Now, the war was happening at the place called as the Kurukshetra. But it was not only the place of a war, but it was Dharma Kshetra. Dharma Kshetra means the holy place. The Kurukshetra was the holy place. The people would go to perform yagyas, right? Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. Samaveta Yuyutsavaha. Samaveta means gathered. एक साथ आए हैं, समवेत साथ में आए हैं, युयुत्सवः those who are desiring to fight, माम कहा मेरे, पांडवा पांडवों के, किम कुर्वत संजय. So in simple word, Dhritarashtra asked, my dear Sanjaya, please tell me what's happening in the Kurukshetra, because I heard many warriors have assembled there. Yuyutsava means warriors. Many warriors have assembled there, including my sons, Mamakaha, and the Pandavas. Tell me, what are they doing? Now here, selfishness of the Dhritarashtra is clearly seen. Why Dhritarashtra was selfish? Because he uses the word Mamakaha, my sons, and Pandavaschaiva, Pandavas, Pandus and Pandavas, my sons and Pandavas, Kauravas and Pandavas. So in other words, if you see properly, the Dhritarashtra was the eldest member in the Kaurava and the Pandava, right? So he had the responsibility to take care of the Pandavas also. Pandavas were his sons also, It is not that the Pandavas were Pandu's son. No, when the Pandu died, the whole responsibility of the caring of the children came to the Dhritarashtra. So Pandavas were the sons of Dhritarashtra also. But what he's saying, no, they are not my sons. Mama kaha, mere sons Kaurav hai, Pandava. So he's distinguishing between two. Mama kaha, mere or tere. So that's how we see he was so selfish. And meaning of the Dhritarashtra, Dhrita means one who holds very tightly, and the Rashtra means nation. One who is very attached to the nation, one who is very attached to the position of a king is known as Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was so attached to his position. He just wanted to become a king. He was a blind. But still he wanted to become a king. He was acting like a king, and that's why he wanted his son Duryodhana to become a king. Because if Duryodhana becomes the king, then I will be the king, right? Just like many parents force their kids to engineer, because their desire is not fulfilled. They want to fulfill their desires through their kids. So now Dhritarashtra was feeling, I could not become a king, but I will make my son Duryodhana king. Right? So he was the one who was planning the insult. He was planning the various atrocities towards the Pandavas. So we may think that Duryodhana is the cause of the problem, but no. The cause of the problem was Dhritarashtra. His attachment, his asakti to become the king was the main cause of the whole problems. Let's go ahead. Here we learn very important shloka from the Hitopadesh. Right? We saw now how Dhritarashtra was doing. Mere, tere, mere putra, or Pandu ke putra. Mere nahi Pandu ke putra. He was doing like that. Now we see from that shloka, Mam kaha Pandavashaiva. But we learn very important shloka in the Hitopadesh. Hitopadesh says, Ayam nija paro vette gadanam lagu chetasam Udar charitanam tu Vasudeva kutumbakam. This is mine. That is his. This is my own. That is a stranger. ये मेरे हैं, ये तेरे हैं. ऐसे कौन लोग करते हैं? लघु चेतसाम, जिसकी बुद्धि एकदम थर्ड क्लास होती है, वो ऐसे करते हैं. ये मेरा, ये तेरा, ये मेरा, ये मेरे भाई का. ये मेरा तेरा, मेरा तेरा. Doesn't work like that. This is not a proper consciousness. Laghu chetasam udara charitanam tu vasudeva kutumbakam. But those who are magnanimous, those who are big-hearted, those who are broad-minded, what they think? They think vasudeva kutumbakam. Everyone is my brother and everyone is my sister. They don't distinguish. Ye mera hai, ye tera hai. No, not like that. Everyone is my brother and sister. They work for everyone. They work for the welfare of everyone, like that. Now let's go ahead. We'll see the next shloka. Now, when Dhritarashtra asks what's happening, then Sanjaya starts narrating. Sanjaya tells, my dear Dhritarashtra, I can see in my vision that Duryodhan has gone to Dronacharya. He has gone to Dronacharya and he is explaining Dronacharya that how, see these military arrangements. My teacher, behold a great army of sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, son of Drupada. So he goes to Dronacharya and tells, my dear Dronacharya, देखिए आपके जो शिष्य है धृष्टद्युम्न, उन्होंने किस प्रकार से आर्मी की अरेंजमेंट की है. So Dhrishtadyumna was the son of Drupada and he was in the party of Pandava. So Dhrishtadyumna and the Kauravas were in one sense enemies, right? So Dhrishtadyumna was the commander-in-chief of the Pandavas, and who was the commander-in-chief of the Kauravas? Bhishma. Pitamaha Bhishma was the commander-in-chief of the Kauravas, and the Dhrishtadyumna was the commander-in-chief of Pandavas. But Dhrishtadyumna was the Shishya, the disciple of Dronacharya, right? He has learned everything from the Dronacharya. But in this war, Dronacharya and the Drishtadyumna was standing opposite to each other. That's why Duryodhana is saying, अरे आपने उस आपके शिष्य को क्यों सब सिखाया? अभी देखो उसने कैसा आर्मी लगाया है. You only have taught him. Now just see how much arrangement he has done to defeat us. You only have taught him. So now let's go ahead. What else Duryodhana is speaking? We'll check. He says, Atrashura Maheshwasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yuyudhano Viratasya Drupadasya Maharataha. So Duryodhana is saying to Dronacharya, Guruji, just see the opposite army. There are Bhima, there is Arjuna, there is Yuyudhana, there is Virata, there is Drupada. These are various kings, right? So many kings were fighting from Pandava side, and so many other kings were fighting from Kaurava side. We are going to see their names. Now we have seen the names from the Pandavas party. Who were they? Yudhana, Virata, Drupada, and all these people are Maharatha, very powerful warriors. He's again saying, Dhrishtaketu Chekitana, Kashirajascha Viryavan, Purojita Kunti Bhojascha, Shaibyascha Narapungavam. Dhrishtaketu, there is Dhrishtaketu, there is Chekitan, there is Kashiraj, there is Purojita, there is Kunti Bhoja, there is Shaibya also. So many powerful warriors are there. So he's just telling his guru, he just see there are so many powerful warriors. You also, make a good arrangements, Now we'll go ahead. This is 1.6. Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta Tamojasha Viryavan Saubhadre Draupadeyasha Sarva Eva Maharatha. So he's telling, I can see Yudhamanyu, Uttamauja. Saubhadro means the sons of the Subhadra. Draupadi means sons of a Draupadi. Who were the sons of a Draupadi? There are many sons of the Draupadi. Who are the sons of Subhadra? Abhimanyu, right? And Sarve Eva Maharatha. These are also very powerful warriors. So be careful. So he's indirectly telling Dronacharya, we have to fight very powerfully. So don't think, he's telling indirectly to Dronacharya, don't think Arjuna is your dear servant. So you don't, give him special mercy. Otherwise, you may think he is my disciple, I will not kill him. No, Dronacharya, you have to kill Arjuna. You have to kill Bhima. As we all know, that the Arjuna was the favorite disciple of Guru Dronacharya. But unfortunately, they were in opposite parties, right? Also, we know that the Bhishma used to love Arjuna, but they were in opposite parties, like that. Let's go ahead. I hope you are understanding. So these verses may seem like a very different language, but I am explaining in English, and I feel that you are all getting. For more 10 minutes, we'll continue, and then we will finish our chapter. Right? Then we will take a question and answer. Right? So Bhavan Bhishmasya Karnasya Krupasya Samitinjayah Ashwathama Vikarnasya Somadatti Tathaivacha. Now he is giving an introduction of his own, warriors. He is telling Bhavan, हमारे टीम में कौन है? उनका तो टीम में बता दिया. हमारी टीम में कौन है? भवान आप है, भीष्म है, कर्ण है, कृप है, अश्वत्थामा है, विकर्ण है, सोमदत्ति है, इतने सारे हैं. और समितिंजय मतलब दिस ऑल वॉरियर्स कैन give us victory, right? तो इतने सारे पावरफुल वॉरियर्स है. अरे वो क्या छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं, हमारे पास कौन कौन है देखो. Like that he was telling. Abhi, Bhishma became very happy when he heard his name from the mouth of Duryodhana. So Bhishma was a leader. So now what Bhishma did? Bhishma started blowing his conch shell. उन्होंने अपना शंख बजाया, right? तस्य संजनयन हर्ष कुरु वृद्ध पितामह सिंह नादम विनोदैश्च शंखम दद्मु प्रतापवान. So he started blowing his conch shell very loudly. Sinhanadam vinodaishchai. So as if some lion was roaring, right? Now, after Bhishma blew his conch shell, जब भीष्म ने अपना शंख बजाया तो बाद में क्या होता है देखते हैं. Now, after Bhishma has blown, now who started blowing the conch shell? Tata shvetaiर्हयैर्युक्तैः महती स्यन्दनो स्थितौ माधव पांडवश्चैव दिव्यो शंखौ प्रदध्मतुः. ततः श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्तैः. जैसे आप मूवी में देखते हैं ना कि हीरो की एंट्री कैसे होती है, ऐसा हीरो आता है और ऐसे कार से उतरता है, राइट? मर्सिडीज लैम्बोर्गिनी, ऐसा होता है ना, एकदम स्टाइलिश एंट्री होती है. यहाँ पे भी हमारे हीरो की स्टाइलिश एंट्री हो रही है. कौन है हमारे हीरो? कृष्णा. उनका नाम क्या दिया है? माधव. माधव का मीनिंग होता है द हस्बैंड ऑफ लक्ष्मी. लक्ष्मी के पति मतलब माधव. एंड लक्ष्मी मतलब क्या? What do you mean by Lakshmi? Lakshmi means money. Lakshmi means fortune. Lakshmi means भाग्य. अभी उस भाग्य के पति कौन है? कृष्ण है, राइट? इसका मतलब कृष्ण जिस साइड में है उस साइड में भाग्य ही भाग्य है. तो इन वन सेंस आई वांट टू टेल यू कि रिजल्ट जो है ना, मैच फिक्सिंग ऑलरेडी हो चुकी है. वॉर में फिक्सिंग ऑलरेडी हो चुकी है. वॉर का जो रिजल्ट है ना ऑलरेडी डिक्लेयर हो चुका है. कौन जीतने वाला है? पांडव जीतने वाले हैं. क्यों जीतने वाले हैं? यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्ण यत्र पार्थ धनुर्धर तत्र श्री विजयो भूतिर ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम. जहां पे कृष्ण है, जहां पे कृष्ण के भक्त है, वहां पे विजय निश्चित है. where there is Krishna, where there is Arjun, there has to be a victory, right? So in our life we have to always choose a Krishna. We have to always choose the right path. We have to always choose a truth. We may see, when I cheat someone, I may get more money. When I cheat someone, I may get more marks. But don't cheat, because where there is a cheating, there is no Krishna, right? Straightforward, right? So always choose Krishna. तथा श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्तैः. अभी हयै का मतलब होता है horses. Now here the horses of the Krishna's chariot, are described shvetair. They have the white color, right? महती स्यंदनो स्थितो माधव पांडवाश्चय दिव्य शंको प्रदध्मतु. और उनकी एंट्री हो गई और कृष्ण कहाँ पे खड़े हैं? सारथी बन के एकदम स्टाइल में खड़े हैं कृष्ण. अर्जुन पीछे बैठा है और कृष्ण आए और उन्होंने क्या किया? अपने शंख बजाए. कृष्ण के शंख का नाम क्या है? चैट बॉक्स में लिखिए, मैं चेक कर रहा हूं सबकी चैट्स. कृष्ण के शंख का नाम क्या है? ओके, लिखा? वेरी नाइस. कृष्ण के शंख का नाम है पांचजन्य, राइट? और यहाँ पे देखिए इंपॉर्टेंट चीज लिखी गई है, दिव्यो शंखो प्रदध्मतु. नाउ देयर शंखास आर वेरी डिवाइन. पहले हमने ऐसा नहीं देखा, राइट? पर अभी हम देख रहे हैं. पहले भीष्म ने बजाया तो किसका, उसको उनको कुछ बोला नहीं कि दिव्य है कि कैसा है, तो बजा दिया, राइट? पर यहाँ पे दिव्यो शंखो प्रदध्मतु. लेट्स गो अहेड. नाउ हियर the names of the all shankhas are given, and this may be your question for today's test, right? Every evening we will have a test, right? You have to submit your assignment. पांचजन्यो ऋषिकेशो देवदत्तं धनंजय पौंड्रौ दद्मो महाशंखो भीमकर्मा वृकोदरहा. पांचजन्य ऋषिकेशो. अभी कृष्ण का नाम यहाँ पे दिया है ऋषिकेश, राइट? पांचजन्य. कृष्ण ने कौन सा शंख बजाया? पांचजन्य. देवदत्तम धनंजय. धनंजय का मतलब होता है अर्जुन. अर्जुन ने कौन सा शंख बजाया? देवदत्त. देखिए हर शंख के भी नाम होते हैं, पौंड्रौ दद्मौ महाशंखम भीमकर्मा विकोदरः, भीमकर्मा विकोदरः। देखिए मैंने बोला था ना कि भीम का वर्णन यहाँ पे दिया है, तो वृकोदरः, उदर मतलब पेट, वृको मतलब बड़ा, जिसका बड़ा पेट है, भीमकर्मा जिसके बड़े काम हैं, उन्होंने कैसा बजाया, महाशंख, तो भीम का शंख भी बड़ा था। पौंड्रम, उनके शंख का नाम क्या था, पौंड्रम, दद्मौ, बजाया उन्होंने कौन सा, पौंड्र नाम का शंख। लेट्स गो अहेड। सघोषो धार्तराष्ट्राणां विदयानि व्यदारयत्, नभश्च पृथ्वी चैव तुमुलोऽभ्यनुनादयन्। अभी जैसे ही पांडवों ने शंख बजाया ना, हृदयानि व्यदारयत्, सबके हृदय में डर सा पैदा हो गया। जो भी कौरव थे ना, धार्तराष्ट्राणाम, धार्तराष्ट्राणाम मतलब जो भी धृतराष्ट्र के पुत्र थे, उनके हृदय में डर सा पैदा हो गया, उनको डर लगने लग गया, केवल शंख की ध्वनि सुनने मात्र से डर पैदा हो गया उनके हृदय में। तो इससे पता चलता है पहले ही हार निश्चित है। लेट्स गो अहेड। और एक बताया गया है क्यों पांडवों की जीत निश्चित है और कौरवों की हार निश्चित है। एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट श्लोक है। अथ व्यवस्थितान् दृष्ट्वान् धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः, प्रवृत्ते शस्त्र संपाते धनुरुद्यम पांडवः, ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यम् इदमाह महीपते। धार्तराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः, कपिध्वजः, can you see the image here? In the image, if you see on the top of the Ratha, Hanumanji is sitting, right? And Hanumanji means victory, right? How Hanumanji has burned the whole Lanka. So presence of Hanumanji on the chariot of Arjuna tells Pandavas are going to win, because where there is a Hanuman, there has to be a victory. Bolo Jai Hanuman. Let's go ahead. Arjuna watch. Now let's go ahead. Now we will see that how Arjuna is getting confused, and I hope you are not getting confused, because this is a certain this may find you may find this is a very different language, but don't worry, I am explaining you. So let's go ahead. सेनयोर्भयोर्मध्ये रथम स्थापय मे अच्युत, यावद्देतां निरीक्षेऽहं युद्धकामान् व्यस्थितान्, कैमर्य सह युद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे. So Arjuna is saying कि Krishna, now do one thing. Now you take my chariot in the midst of both the armies. I want to check कि how many soldiers have come there, who have come to fight with me. Take my chariot there. Now Krishna takes Arjuna's chariot, and now see what Arjuna is seeing. Tatra paschan sthitan partha pitrunath pitamahan. Don't worry, you need not to buy head this shloka, just first shloka you need to buy head, and that is Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Bhagavad Gita 1.1. Right? These are not, we need not to buy head this shloka, but just understand. Even if you don't understand, just listen to me. Don't look at the shlokas. Right? So here Arjuna, Krishna is saying, just see your Achar, Pitrunatha Pitamahan, Acharyan Matulan, Bhatrun, Putran, Sakhins, Tatha. Arjuna could see Acharya, like a Dronacharya was standing, Kripacharya was standing, Matula, Mama was standing, Shakuni was standing, Bhratrun, Bhai, Bhatru means brother was standing, Putra, Pautra, all the relatives were standing there, and Arjuna got confused. मैं अपने ही सगे संबंधियों को कैसे मारूं? How can I kill my relatives? Can you kill your relatives? Can you just go and just slap your relative? No, you cannot do that, because you love them and they love you, right? We cannot do that. So similarly, Arjuna was very confused. How can I kill? Okay, that's okay. They have committed atrocities to me, to my family. They have tried to kill me, but I cannot kill Krishna. Please, please, please don't tell me to kill them. Let's go ahead. Now Arjuna is saying, very interesting verse. दृष्टमेव स्वजनं कृष्णं युयुत्सु समुपस्थितं सिदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यति. He's telling Krishna, Swajanam means my relatives. Siddhanti mama gatrani. My hands are shivering. Siddhanti mama gatrani. Mukham cha parisushyati. When we become very fearful, our throat is parched, our throat gets dry. Right? जब हमको डर लगता है ना, रात को देखा होगा आपने, कोई सपना आता है तो हाँ पानी 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 पानी, तो डर लगता है तो पानी चाहिए. मुखम च परिशुष्यति. वो डर गया था अर्जुन. राइट? वेपुतश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गांडीव संसृते हस्तात् चैव परिधय्यते. My skin is burning. वेपुतश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते. My hairs are standing on end. जब हमको कोई डर लगता है ना, तो हमारे जो hairs है, they stand on the end, right? गांडीव संसृते हस्तात्. मेरा जो बो है जिसका नाम है गांडीव, वो भी मेरे हाथ से फिसल रहा है. The bow is slipping from my hand. Krishna, what is this happening? Now Arjuna is telling Krishna, Krishna, I don't want to commit a sin because killing is like a sin. I know that the Kauravas want to kill us, but let them kill me. I don't bother about that. But I don't want to fight. I don't want to kill. Why I don't want to kill? Because papameva sredasman. I will be incurred by sin. मुझे पाप लगेगा कृष्णा, मुझे ये पाप मत करने लगाइए, तो इसलिए मुझे युद्ध में मत डालिए. Now he again says, if I kill the warriors in the battle, right, what will happen to their wife? What will happen to their kids? What will happen to their families, their parents? I will get their curse also, right? So Krishna, I don't want to kill. उस्सन्नाकुल धर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दन नरके नियतं वासु भवतीत्युनशुषम्. Right? Now if I kill the warriors, now who will take care of their family? Who will take care of their ancestors who are died? You must have seen that we perform a shraddha, right? Our great grandfathers whom have died, we perform a shraddha ceremony, right? We perform puja for them. Arjuna is telling, if I kill these warriors, who will perform the shraddha for their ancestors? And if no one will perform the shraddha, then how will they get benefited, and how will they get higher planets? उनकी आध्यात्मिक उन्नति कैसे होगी? Right? That's why, and finally Sanjay says, एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः संख्ये रथोऽप्यस्तमुपविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसः. He was very, very, very unhappy. He was very sad. He was very much distressed. He was lamenting because he was confused. अभी मैं क्या करूं? मेरे भाइयों को कैसे मारूं यार? वो सब ठीक है यार, उन्होंने एट्रोसिटीज किए हैं, मेरे ऊपर अत्याचार किए हैं, मेरी पत्नी के ऊपर किए हैं, हमें मारने की कोशिश की है, पर भाई तो है हमारे, राइट? एंड संजय इज नाउ टेलिंग टू धृतराष्ट्र कि अर्जुन नीचे बैठ गए. नाउ धृतराष्ट्र इज वेरी हैप्पी. क्या अर्जुन नीचे बैठ गया? अभी कौरव जीतेंगे ऐसे उसे लगा. पर सच में वही हुआ क्या, वो हम सेकेंड चैप्टर में देखेंगे. और यहाँ पे हम पीपीटी को समाप्त करेंगे, और यदि आपको कुछ प्रश्न हैं तो आप मुझसे पूछेंगे. ठीक है? तो आप अपने हाथ उठाइए और मैं आपको अनम्यूट करूंगा. नहीं तो हम यहाँ पे रुक जाते हैं. व्हाट डू यू से? शुड वी स्टॉप हियर और डू यू वांट टू आस्क क्वेश्चन, और शुड वी? How many of you have a question? Can you write in the chat box? How many of you really enjoyed? Just tell me, really enjoyed. How many of you felt that yes, there was something to take from this class? How many of you feel yes, there was something to take from this class? Amazing, superb. So I will just take one photo. This will be like attendance. Just a minute. So you please be here only. I will take a photo. Now this is my slide 1. And control S. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Okay, Vinay is asking one question. He's raising his hand. I'm unmuting him. Yes, Vinay, you can now unmute yourself and please ask the question.
Hello, sir. I have some difficulty typing quickly. So
No problem. You can now tell me.
yes, sir. So you asked me that question, that why did Krishna ask Arjun to fight?
Please tell me.
Yes. So I wanted to answer that he wanted to tell that to fight them, but not to hate them.
Right. And we will discuss tomorrow more about that. Yes. Anyone else want to ask the question? Nayonika, do you want to ask the question? No, you raised the hand. Yes, Mihika, you want to ask the question? Yes, so I will unmute the Mihika. Yes, now.
Sir, I wanted to know who put forward like the condition that if he marries his second wife, Satyavati, that only
father of Satyavati told that, see, every father loves her daughter, right? So that's why Satyavati's father told कि आपको यदि मेरे बेटी से शादी करनी है तो उसके बेटे राजा बनेंगे, ना कि भीष्म राजा बनेगा. So like that. Anyone else? Okay, I can see Advaita want to ask something. Yes. Now ask to unmute. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, I didn't understand which all shlokas we need to by heart.
Yes, 1.1.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? Neerav, do you want to ask the question? Advik, do you want to ask the question? Tanvi, okay. Nitya, Ayush, do you want to ask the question? Okay, no. So we will, okay, Neerav is asking, raising his hand, and we will unmute. Yes, please, Neerav. Neerav, can you hear me?
Assignment क्या है?
असाइनमेंट रहेगा आपको फर्स्ट श्लोक बाय हार्ट करना है. बहुत ही सिंपल श्लोक है वो, और मैं उसका ऑडियो आपको भेज दूंगा. आप 3-4 बार उस ऑडियो को सुनिए और आपका बाय हार्ट हो गया. तो 18 दिन में हम 18 श्लोक पाठ बाय हार्ट करेंगे. ठीक है. एंड काव्या वांट टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन एंड आई विल unmute the Kavya. Now Kavya, you are unmute. Yeah, please ask the question.
Ma'am, sir, can you share the PPT?
Yes, I will share the PPT and I will also share the recordings.
Thank you, sir.
So now, yeah, who is there now?
Karpana.
Where you are? Yeah, please ask the question.
Sir, so from this we can conclude that Sanjaya told the Gita to Dhritarashtra, right?
No, Sanjay is just telling, explaining him. Whatever he is saying, whatever he was seeing in the Kurukshetra, he was just narrating. He was the narrator. But the Gita was told by Krishna to Arjuna.
Thank you, sir.
And I can see Diansh, right? Asked to, yeah, Dian, please ask the question.
Yeah, sir, I wanted to ask what is the Shankh of Bhim?
Shankh means?
Shankh.
Shankh means conch shell. Conch shell आपने देखा है शंख जो बजाते ना?
I want to ask that what is the name of Bhim Shankh?
Poundram.
Okay, sir.
I will share the PPT and that time you can see there. ठीक है. Apart from that, anyone else? Okay, I can see Gayatri. Yes.
but then who wrote the Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, very nice question. And in short, I can tell you, the Bhagavad Gita is the part of whole Mahabharata, right? Bhagavad Gita is a part of whole Mahabharata. And who wrote the Mahabharata? Mahabharata was written by Ganesh ji. Yeah, I don't know, you have seen that picture, but Vyasdev is narrating the Mahabharata and Ganesh ji is writing
Yeah,
the
I've seen
Mahabharata, right? So he wrote that. Okay, who else want to ask the question? Some, yeah, I can see Ayush. Yeah, asked to unmute. Yeah, please unmute yourself. Yes, please.
सर आप मेरे से हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं?
मैं सिंपल इंग्लिश में कर रहा था ना, आपको नहीं समझा? थोड़ा थोड़ा समझा? कितना समझा?
थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ रहा था।
ओके ओके, कल हम ना ज्यादा इंग्लिश में बात करेंगे, आई मीन हिंदी में बात करेंगे, ठीक है? इंग्लिश पर प्लस हिंदी,
हाँ जी
ठीक है?
सर।
यस यस, Advik is asking, yes please.
Sir, what is the language of God?
Language of God understand all kind of languages. Of course, Bhagavad Gita is written in the Sanskrit, but God understand all the languages, right? Even if you don't know any language, God understand, because God understand the language of prayer, and you can pray in any language. Just close your eyes and just pray. Understood? Bhagavad Gita is written in the Sanskrit language. That's a different thing, but language of God is prayers. You just pray to the God and God responds to you in your language. So you need not to study Sanskrit language to pray, right? You can pray in any language. Okay. Who else is raising the hand? I'll go to the next. Anyone here? Yeah. Achintya Meman is asking the question, and let's unmute him. Yes. So I have unmuted you. Please.
Sir, I have a question that in what basis are the names of Shanks given?
Very good question. I have never thought that question, but I will think and I'll ask. I will reply. I don't know. जैसे पहले से दिया होगा उनको.
Yes, sir.
पता नहीं. और कुछ? कोई उठा रहा है हाथ? नहीं. तो हम यहाँ पे हमारे सेशन को एंड करते हैं. अभी बजे है 10 और बहुत समय हो गया है, और आपको जो असाइनमेंट है मैं ग्रुप में दे दूंगा, और आपको जो रिप्ले है वो भी आपको ग्रुप में दे देंगे. धन्यवाद. Thank you very much. Apart from that, if you have a question, you can ask me in the WhatsApp. Thank you. Now you can all end the meeting.
Safe on skin and all stuff.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.